Hi guys, it's Olivia here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to give you my November book haul, which I'm very excited to be telling you about because I got a lot of good books this month, which is actually not such a good thing because if you recall in my October book haul, I'll leave a link below, I told you that I wanted to buy fewer books because I wanted to read all my paperback books in 2016 as a goal, and to help me get there I was going to buy fewer books. It did not work because in the month of November I first of all had already ordered two things that were coming. I won a couple of giveaways and I also went to a book fair which had lots of English books. I live in a foreign country, so when I can get English books in this country it's always a big deal and I always go all out. So those are the reasons why I didn't succeed in buying fewer. I know the next question is, will you buy fewer books in December? And the answer is no. I can tell you why. Because this month seems like November is the reading month because there's going to be two more book fairs that I can attend, which I'm going to, and I know I'm going to buy a lot of books at those two book fairs. And then I've already pre-ordered two books that are going to be coming and arriving. I won't tell you what they are and they'll come in time. I won a gift card from a blog called Not So Literary. I'll leave a link below, and a kit from there. So I know I'm going to be getting some books with that gift card, and then it's going to be Christmas and I think I'm probably going to be getting books. Now I'm just going to show you what I got. Let's begin! So the first thing I'm going to show you is actually not a book. I decided at the beginning of the month I was going to try and buy fewer books, and I always put aside some money for books for the month when I sort out all my money things, where my money's going to be going. And I decided that instead of buying books I was going to buy bookish things, which are just things, merchandise, whatever that relates to books, like the bag that I got last time, and I decided I was going to get a necklace. So I got this lovely necklace. I'm not sure how good the camera's focusing, but it's a necklace that says so many books, so little time, and it's a clock. If you can't see it, I really love it and I really like it. I'm actually very glad that I got it. The next thing I'm going to show you is the only book that I actually ordered from Amazon this month, and that book is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Now I don't actually know that much about this book, except I know it's a dystopian book and it's a book where love is forbidden in this world. And love is seen as a disease, which sounds very different, and I know that this is one of the earlier dystopian books and one of the very most popular ones, and I've heard great things about Lauren Oliver. I haven't tried any of her books, but it's also the oldest book on my virtual TBR, the oldest book that I've ever added, and I really felt like it's time I actually read it, and if I like it I'll be buying the other two books in the series, but I wanted to have a taste tester first. The next two books that I'm going to show you are the giveaway wins that I got this month, and the first one is called Welcome Reluctant Stranger by E. Journey. Now I don't actually know that much about this book except for it's a kind of romance book, but apparently it spans through many other themes. The character is Lilani, and her whole family left her behind when they fled from the country around about 18 years ago. So she was left all by herself, and she happens to meet Justin, who is trying to run away from some thugs that he's being assaulted by, and when these two characters meet, things start to happen. So I don't know much about it other than that it's this romance. I'm very much looking forward to reading it and seeing what it's like, and I just want to say thank you for the book tour that was ran by Laura's Book Tours. The second book that I won is not a fiction book, it's actually a cookbook, and that's Sally's Baking Addiction, and I won it from Shelf Awareness, who have some very nice giveaways every now and again. I was really shocked when I won it because I enter their giveaways and I never win anything. But I really wanted this cookbook because Sally is just somebody that I look up to so much. She's actually a chef blogger, and she's a blogger, and she gave up her day job to go into blogging full time. I follow her blog by email, even though I'm not a chef or a baker. I follow her blog by email, and I love all the pictures, I love all the recipes. She's released two cookbooks. One of them is called Sally's Baking Addiction, and this is the second one, Sally's Candy Addiction. I am somebody who dabbles in baking and cooking every now and again. I like to look up recipes and then put little spins on those recipes and make my own things. And I've recently made a couple of them that I've put onto my blog. I'll leave links below. But I'm hoping to make some instruction videos so you can see how to make them. And I'm going to be following this book. You can tell that I've already started it. I am someone who actually reads through the whole equipment and ingredients page in a lot of detail, and I read the introduction and everything. So I've read that, and the first recipe is how to make homemade marshmallows, which sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, very messy. I can't wait to try it a couple times, and then maybe I'll make a video of how to make marshmallows according to Sally. And the last lot of books that I'm going to show you are all books that I got at the book fair. I really am so glad that this company just goes around the Netherlands and sells English books. But to begin with, I'm going to show you some comics. I'm actually not somebody who's ever really read comics. I've read graphic novels and I read novels, but my little sister is crazy about superheroes and she's really gotten me into the idea of reading some more comics because she bought a couple X-Men ones. So I just picked up some random ones. I had to pick up a Batman one because Batman is one of my favourite superheroes of all time, so I had to pick up a Batman comic. Then I got this Warlock and the Infinity Watch comic, and it's actually a collector's item, which means these are ones that they don't print anymore, and it's rare that you can find them, so I was actually pretty chuffed to get a collector's copy. Those comics where like they're back to front, so it means there's one comic that goes halfway and then you swap the book the other way around and there's another comic. There's one more switchy kind of one as well. So I got 4 comics, and the best thing about these comics was that they were in a pack and it came with something that I wasn't expecting but I'm very happy to have, and that is a huge Batman poster. Like, they could have put any other superhero in there, but they put Batman, which is one of my favourites, and I can't wait to hang this up on my wall. I'm so happy that I've got a Batman poster. And then I got the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. I've actually read all 4 of these already. I don't own them, I borrowed them from the library when I read them, but it's one of my favourite series, and I have been watching the movies as they've been coming out and I just really enjoy all of them. So I'm going to buy them, I'm going to reread them, and I'm going to love having them on my shelf. I really love the bright colour of the spines and then the fact that they've got like dark covers. So yeah, that makes me really happy. I think these books are beautiful and I can't wait to go back into the series and love them all over again. And the last 2 books I'm going to show you are Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I am a huge Cassandra Clare fan. I've read the whole of the Mortal Instruments series, all 6 of those books, and I'm planning on reading all the short stories and the Bane Chronicles and all that, but I don't actually have them yet. I'm actually almost finished with Clockwork Angel. I've only got 100 more pages to go. I'm reading that at the moment, it's my current read. And I just thought while I was there I should pick up the last 2 books in the series because I know I'm going to love them, like I'm loving Clockwork Angel, and I'm going to want to binge read the rest of the series and see how it finishes off. I can't wait to dive into these 2 books. And that is all the books that I have got for this month. Please leave a comment below and tell me what books you've recently acquired and bought, and try to make me feel a bit less guilty about the amount that I got this month when I said I was going to put on a book buying ban. Whoops! Book buying ban can start next year.